Today we're going to be taking a look at Feedback Loop. This is a balanced overclock for the Shard Diffractor. This one gives us more AoE damage and increases the range over the duration of the beam. So the beam gets larger and larger, hitting more and more things the longer that you hold it on there. Downside to this one is that we get less ammo overall, which is potentially an issue for the Shard Diffractor, but we still have plenty of ammo. This is the way that I'm going to be taking it. So in Tier 1, I'm taking extra ammo. This is to make up for our lack of ammo. I would recommend this one in Tier 1. Tier 2, I'm taking a larger AoE, so we can have an even bigger AoE, although you could go with weak spot damage here too. Both of them work really well. I've tried them both and had good success with each. In Tier 3, I'm going with the faster charge up. You could go with larger mag size though. Both these are quality of life options and they're both really useful. Tier 4, I'm going with faster heat. This is really good for just building up heat onto enemies so that we can light them on fire. If you want to use this more for big targets, you could take armor breaking too. That works as well. And in Tier 5, I'm going to be taking the Biomass Converter, although all of them in Tier 5 are really good. This one will just refund some of our ammo so we can make up for the lack of ammo that we have. You could go with Electricity if you want more damage on this, or you could go with the Slowdown too. Both of those work really well. With this one being pretty solid at crowd control and pretty good at long range, you can kind of take whatever you would like as a primary weapon. For this, I'm going to be taking the Warthog Auto Shotgun, and I'm going to be taking lightweight magazines. This one is just a nice quality of life overclock for the shotgun. We get a lot more ammo, we get a faster reload. Other than that, shotgun still does really well at close range, and we're going to be using this at close range, switching to the Shard Diffractor when there is either lots of enemies or there's a lot of enemies at range. If you didn't want to go with that and you still wanted something for the shotgun, you could go with something like mini shells or with stunner. Mini shells will get you a whole lot of ammo. It makes it a little bit more difficult to one-shot things, and you do have to build for damage if you want to take that, but you will have a lot of ammo for it. Stunner is also really good because it gives you a good amount of damage, and it makes it so you can stun enemies more often, which is always a nice thing. For Stubby, I'd recommend something like Refire Booster. This one's really useful for spraying down enemies at close range, clears through them pretty quick, and if you wanted to take Electricity on the Shard Diffractor, this would be a good option. If you're worried about ammo, you could take something like Super Slim Rounds, which makes it so you're probably going to be hitting more often, so you'll be using up less ammo there. If you're really worried about ammo, though, you could go with something like Lightweight Rounds. This will get you a whole lot more ammo, even though it will make Stubby a little bit slower overall, so if you're really concerned about ammo, that could be an option. Turretium Discharge could also be an option for this too, as it is quite ammo efficient, although it is sometimes a little bit tricky to use. And then finally, if you're looking for something for the Loki, you could take Executioner. Even though you lose ammo with Executioner, you still get a lot of DPS with it, so you usually make back up that ammo. If you are worried about ammo, you could go with something like Eraser, which just gets you a little bit more ammo, and it's kind of nice for just locking onto large amounts of enemies. Or you could go with something like Explosive Chemical Rounds, which is always a strong option, and it makes up for the lack of ammo that it has by just giving you tons of damage and good crowd control. Alright, Musco, you want to get that? I'm going to get the rest of this Nitro, and we will call in our resupply. And hope that that's enough. Okay, that's not our Swarm Egg. Which gives us a little bit of an advantage. I decided to take this one on a double modifier mission, just to see how it would work. And I have a good feeling about crowds, at least. Not so sure about some of the stronger bugs, like the elite threats that we can get. Since we have 6 eggs, we're guaranteed 2 of those, so this is going to be our first one. I'm going to take another resupply, just in case. The poor loot bugs just keep dying to all the radiation in this place. It's not a healthy place for them to be. Oh, okay, good. It's like, oh, elite grabber. Nah, just regular grabber. Elite grabbers get the option of just abducting you right away. Because they just go through floors and stuff. Yeah, this Shard Diffractor is great for dealing with things at range. It's good for dealing with crowds. It's good for just hurting crowds like this, too, that might be buffed by something like a Warden. And, of course, you can hit the Warden. Then we can switch back to our shotgun to actually deal with all the stuff that's right next to us. At least some of the time. I think I got blown by the Oppressor. Yeah, get him, Shredder drones. Okay. Good job, everybody. This map is actually not too bad for this type of mission either. Yeah, go get them, Shredder drones. Use my dash to get away. Alright. There's another egg up there. Busco, you want to get that one? I'll just do all the eggs right away. I might get the Evo Nuts because there is quite a few around us, but there's also this Omen Tower that I kind of want to do. Maybe I'll put the turrets actually here. Because then if I fall down into the hole, we should be good to fight. No swarm egg there. Blue bomber though, and a web spitter. And a bunch of swarmers. Good thing we have this. Good thing I fell down this hole. It's not a good thing, but I'll claim that it is. Alright. At least if there was anything real big, it would have taken a little bit longer to get down here. Let's go. Where are you, buddy? Oh, he's... Wait, where is he? Oh, okay, he's over there. Would you toss it to me? Thank you, sir. Anybody wondering, that's X on the keyboard. There is a shortcut to it on controller too, but I always forget what it is. Alright, let's deal with the swarm, and then we'll deal with the Omen Tower. And then maybe I can find some more Evo Nuts, and we'll be out of our... Well, we'll be out of here. You say we're going to be out of our way, but I guess technically... That's a lot of stuff. Okay. Take him out. Take out the bugs. Great big bugs here. So, now we got a bunch of little bugs. It's okay though, we got this overclock. Shard Diffractor actually has a couple overclocks that kind of help with crowd control too if you want that. Because you got this, or you got the volatile impact reactor, I think. Yeah. The one that puts lava on the ground. And they used to tank people's performance before they fixed that. It was actually really bad when it first came out. How much charge out? 24, okay. The Shard Diffractor is helping clean up quite a bit of this. There we go. That might help us a little bit too. Well, almost. Okay. Alright, go get them, Shredder drones. I'm gonna grab another resupply. Okay, and we'll be on our way over to the Omen Tower, which I can show you a little trick since we're playing Engineer, which helps against the Omen Tower quite a bit. Oh, there's a leech. Oh. Guess I'll get some heightened senses value, even though I'm pretty sure Bosco could have killed it pretty quick.
Machine booting. Get ready.
Alright. Oh, there's another leech. I got grabbed the other day by the strangest 90-degree leech I'd ever seen. It's definitely bizarre. Alright, this one's going to be a little bit difficult to do, but it is doable at least for 2 of these. It's technically doable for this one too. But if you are playing Engineer and you don't get grabbed by all the leeches in the ceiling... Oh, okay, well I found our cave leech cluster. You can actually set platforms up above the Omen Tower. You do want them a little bit higher. Like, this is kind of cutting it close. This might actually be too shallow. You can go a little bit higher than this. And so long as you're standing on top of them, you can still activate the Omen Tower. This goes for anybody too. You don't have to be playing the Engineer class or anything. Like, yeah, that's a little bit better. That one's a little bit stepped, so it's a bit higher. Oh, and you can also ping to see which parts of this tower it is. So there's always the pulse gun, then we got the twin slicer, and we got a drone replicator, which is usually the worst combination of everything. Calling a resupply, and it's best to put it down somewhere where the lasers can't hit. And down here is the best place if you were in a team setting to die. So it would be beneficial to get rid of the bottom one first. Then if you see you were about to die, die down here. That way people can shoot the drones. You're less likely to get hit by the twin slicer. Leave me alone, Praetorians. I'm trying to show stuff. Alright. Alright. Now that all the bugs are out of our way. Yeah, try to die down here. That way you're close to the resupply, so if you need the iron will, you can do it easier. But then you can also pick people up down here far easier than you can up here. Or if you were to die over here, be sure to die up on top of this. Because again, it's going to be easier for the team. The pulse gun, the one on the bottom, is always on one of these sides too. Not on this. Okay, we're just killing the middle one. Okay, middle one's dead because our turrets killed it. Very cool. Let's try to get to this other side over here. Another thing you could do if you're playing Driller. Oh yeah, they destroyed all of our turrets or our platforms up here. It's okay though. Oh, we might be too high now.
Locked and loaded. Stop 'em dead.
Okay, there we go. Molly, I guess, can also work as a little platform. Okay, it's always on this side that the top is here. And then we're just gonna have to deal with the bottom one. Oh, and once these are charged, you don't have to keep standing on these platforms. You can actively move around if you'd like. So, might be the safest spot to stand if you can up here, but not always the most practical. Alright, let's try to go between the lasers. Step out of the way of the lasers. And then this way we can move around the lasers a little bit easier. Still not going to be super easy, but... Damn. Oh, getting off of it. Alright. Okay, we're good to go now. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's call this in then. Let's be on our way. Feedback loop did very well. The War Dog also did very well. I think I can find another Evo Nut beyond this one. I can probably find some more Cave Leeches too. And we don't have any more heightened senses. So, hey, 100% heightened senses value. Hang on, bugs, I'm looking for stuff. Ow. Did they actually just hit me through the floor? They did. Impressive. Oh, I'm gonna die here. Yep. Wasn't certain if I could survive that or not. I didn't have any health anymore. Oh, well, I see another evil nut. Hang on, bugs. This is important. Okay. Aha! I don't know how I didn't die from that. Alright. But I can grab this before he gets to me. I'll be on my way then. Wait, hang on. I won't be on my way. There we go. Secondary objective done. Then I'll be on my way. Yay, 381 kills. That's not very much for an egg hunt. Kind of surprising. Decent amount of Umanite though. That's pretty cool.